Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the One-on-One Show, brought to you by DelatorreLaw.com. Delatorre Law is a criminal family immigration firm, and we also practice in the areas of civil law and corporate litigation and contracts. You can give us a phone call at 407-733-0640, or you can reach us online at DelatorreLaw.com, right here on Facebook at Delatorre Law Firm, on YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn. This week's show, man, Aunt Becky. For those of you who used to watch Full House when you were a kid, Aunt Becky say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. But really got some attention all over the place. Listening to it on the radio yesterday, an actual question was proffered to parents. Would you manipulate the system in order to get your kid into school? And what does that say about the merit or the work ethic that you should be putting into in order to attend a institution of higher learning? What kind of ethics are we teaching our children if we're setting up a boundary where, you know what, let's just cheat our way there? But I don't know. That issue's been one that's been raised a couple of times when we talk about the New England Patriots, right? Jokes like, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. All I know is that Aunt Becky is now facing criminal charges in light of the manipulation of the system, cheating on exams, and all yet to be proven. Remember, Delatorre Law is a defense firm, so we do believe that you're not guilty until proven so. So the law has yet to make a determination as to whether that's going to happen. But what we do know is that there's pending charges against Aunt Becky, so Aunt Becky say it ain't so. If you have any comments or questions about that whole scenario happening right now, please leave them in the comment section. Ask us questions, stimulate the conversation. Should you or would you ever consider cheating to get your kid into school? I know I would not. I mean, like, if you're going to Valencia, you're going to Valencia, and that's what you earned. And try to earn your way up to the top. I think too much stock is also placed in, what school you're going to. You're going to school to get an education. They're all institutions of higher learning. I am a graduate of the University of Central Florida. Go Knights. By the way, number 25 UCF took down number 20 Cincinnati. Charge on. Keep it up, Knight Nation. The main thing here is that UCF wasn't that known of a school when I went there, but now it's a great school and everybody talks about it. Everybody wants to go there. And they gave me a great education. So did Florida A&M College of Law, where I earned my law degree. Big shout out to FAMU, big shout out to UCF. I soon may have the honor of speaking at my alma mater. Speaking engagement will also be at the National Entrepreneur Center on April 18th, speaking for the organization known as SCORE, which helps small businesses develop and is providing some legal advice and some help to start out your small business from accountants and other business professionals, such as Kimber Major Morris, who will also be on the panel. She's doing trademark law. She's going to talk about the value of protecting your intellectual property and, more than anything, your brand and your trademark. At Delatorre Law, again, we do criminal, family, and immigration law. You can give us a call at 407-733-0640, and you can find us here on Facebook as well. If you're watching this show live, just add like to our page and follow us. So Aunt Becky was a big story, but another thing coming up is St. Patrick's Day, a well-known drinking holiday and a well-known day for people to get arrested for DUI. So let's cover a few bases here. One, you're going to a big party for St. Patty's Day. Make sure that you leave that car at home. Take an Uber, take a Lyft. Don't drink and drive. Plan ahead, okay? Two, if for any reason you didn't plan ahead and things don't go your way, remember, don't say anything if you get stopped. Invoke your right to remain silent. Invoke your right to counsel. This is all protected under the Constitution of the United States. So shut the F up. And if you haven't seen it, check out that video for some fellow attorneys out in California. It was a funny video. Parental advisory is strongly suggested, as the F word is used many times. But they make the point that if you get stopped, you're accused of a criminal action, you have reason to believe you did it, you need to shut the F up. Another reminder is I've dealt with this twice in the last week in criminal cases I've been retained on. Clients made statements. They said, well, I thought that the police officer was being friendly. I thought that if I told them the truth that he would let me go. I want to remind you, law enforcement job is to enforce the law. It's their job to arrest people, okay? Not knocking what they do. They keep us safe. You know, big shout out to all the first responders out in the police force and our firefighters. But at the end of the day, their job is to arrest people for the commission of crimes. Don't make a statement. Law enforcement is not your friend. No matter what you say, you can't explain your way out of it. Your day for your rights is in court. That's why you hire an attorney. That's why you hire me or somebody else. But hire somebody and get yourself some good representation. And remember, your rights are enforced in court, not at the traffic stop. So if you're out there, you're celebrating St. Patrick's Day, it's coming up real soon, make sure, don't drink and drive. Sports, big trade. You know, I grew up a Dolphins fan, but the Giants have always been my team in the NFC. I've always lived vicariously through them. I've never seen a Super Bowl with my favorite team in it, the Miami Dolphins. But I have had the pleasure to see the Giants go to 4 different Super Bowls. Big trade this week. They trade away their star wide receiver, Odell Beckham, to the Cleveland Browns. There's an application circulating around on Facebook right now if you want to jump on the bandwagon. And by the way, that wasn't meant to be serious. That was meant to be funny. There's a meme going around with an application to jump around on the Cleveland Browns bandwagon. I might actually do that. Shout out to Scandalaria over there in Underground. He's the one that put it out on Facebook. I might fill out the form, Scandalaria at Underground. We might actually jump on that bandwagon because the Cleveland Browns, Baker Mayfield at quarterback, Jarvis Landry on one side, Odell Beckham on the other side. I think they're going to be a force to reckon with. Also, be on the lookout for our endorsement, if you will, of the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. Okay, they're doing their fundraiser right now to find a cure for cancer. We're supporting our good friend Ricardo Garcia from Havoc Media. I was already jumping into the name of the corporation. Ricardo Garcia from Havoc Media Group, who actually does our production for this show, is the candidate for Man of the Year for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. We've been happy to stroke our check today in support of the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. Remember, it's always a great thing to give, to receive, but also to give is the most important thing, and to help find a cure for cancer. This has been the one-on-one show for this week. For future weeks, we have a couple of guests that are coming on, and we look forward to getting all that set up. Angie Amat from Luxury Realty is going to come on board and talk about investment opportunities in Lake Nona. We've broached the subject a couple times here on this show, but she has so much information to relay onto our community about both commercial and residential real estate opportunities in Lake Nona. It's one of the fastest growing regions in all of Central Florida. And Central Florida, of course, is also one of the fastest growing regions in the entire country. Job security is good here. The market is stable and jobs are growing. With the proposition of Amazon and other big companies coming here to the Central Florida region and the train being built between Miami and Orlando, it's going to be a great time to invest here in Central Florida. Of course, if you're doing contracts for these big time investments, remember, don't make a $500,000 investment. Don't make a 7-figure investment and not draft up your contract. I've actually been dealing with this issue with a couple of clients. If you're going to spend the money to make money, then spend the money to hire an attorney and give you some proper advice. Also coming on the show real soon is going to be Dario Zapata with Curran Partners. Curran Partners is associated with Raymond James. He's my personal financial advisor as far as my IRA plan. I'm telling you, one of the best things about Dario, not a lot of people were interested in taking my IRA from Wells Fargo, mainly because there wasn't a lot of money in it. And a lot of financial advisors would only look at what you can bring to the table in the here and now. Dario looked at my portfolio and said, we got a lot of potential here to grow. And he did take my business, and I want to appreciate that from Dario Zapata, who is also agreed to come on the show. And he's going to talk about some issues specifically pertaining to investment plans and the protection of your children's future, so you don't have to get into the Aunt Becky scenario and basically lie, cheat, and steal to get your kid into school, but you have a plan to pay for their college. This has been the one-on-one show for March 15th, 2019. It's been so great to see everybody out there on Facebook. I look forward to your comments, questions, and concerns about whatever's going on in your community. And remember, if you need an attorney in the area of criminal, family, or immigration, or even your civil contracts or civil disputes, please give us a call at 407-733-0640 or find us right here online, delatorelaw.com, or right here on Facebook, Delatory Law Firm, also on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. It's been a pleasure. See you next week.